Cold DMs are not getting saturated. Cold DMs are not getting worse because the market is saturated. They're getting worse because the people you are messaging are getting smarter. Every year, your response rate drops, not because your script sucks, not because you need better copy, because the person on the other side has learned to ignore you. And it is not their fault. It's totally not their fault. If you sell a service and your reply rate feels lower than it did last year, this matters. Designers, copywriters, agencies, coaches, you feel like you're doing more work for fewer replies. I get that. I went through this exact cycle, tried better scripts, longer scripts, shorter scripts, personalized lines. Nothing fixed the real problem. By the end of this video, you will understand why cold DMs feel harder every year and what actually changed. So let's get into this. Think about your own inbox. How many random pitches do you get a week? Now multiply that by 10 for anyone remotely successful online. Their brain has adapted the moment they see, hey, I came across your profile, they do not read it. They pattern match, it goes into the same mental bucket as spam. The problem is not competition. It is pattern recognition. Humans are extremely good at detecting repetition. When thousands of freelancers send variations of the same message structure and the structure itself becomes the signal to ignore. That means even if your offer is good, even if you're talented, even if you're genuinely helpful, even if you could genuinely help them, what the fuck, you're entering the conversation with a psychological disadvantage. You are interpreting someone who was not thinking about you 5 seconds ago. An interruption fatigue compounds every year. Oh yeah. Most freelancers respond to lower reply rates by doing one of three things. They send more messages, so volume, they tweak the script, so fake quality, or they blame themselves. Sending more messages does not fix interruption, it increases it. Tweaking the script does not fix targeting, it only makes the interruption slightly more polite. And blaming yourself makes you overthink every word instead of questioning the channel. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Cold DMs rely on manufactured demand. You're not trying to create demand. Interest is in someone who did not publicly express it. That worked 5 years ago because inboxes were lighter and fewer people were doing it. Now, most people open DMs defensively, not curiously. So now, uphill battle gets steeper and steeper every single year. Not because cold DMs are evil, but because awareness has grown. The channel did not disappear, the context changed. Yeah. There are two types of outreach, interruption-based outreach and intent-based outreach. Interruption-based outreach says, I think you might need this. Intent-based outreach says, I saw that you need this, like a post or anything like that. That one shift changes the entire dynamic. When someone publicly posts looking for a video editor, need a copywriter, etc., they are already in the buying mode. You are not convincing them they have a problem. They already told the world that they have one. So instead of fighting against inbox fatigue, you align with it, and intent does not decay. Every year, the way cold the inbox attention does because buyers will always announce their needs somewhere. The mistake is assuming you have to create demand instead of finding it. Here's a practical example. Instead of sending 50 random DMs to founders hoping to reply, imagine spending 25 minutes finding 5 people who posted in the last 24 hours that they are exactly hiring your next service. That they are actively hiring your exact service. Your reply rate is no longer dependent on how clever your opener is. It is dependent on timing and relevance. That is a completely different game. This is why I built Leadline. Haha! It surfaces people asking for on Reddit who publicly ask for specific services, not engagement, not vibes, requests. You message someone who already raised their hand. Their response dynamic changes instantly. Let's go forward. If your cold DMs feel harder every single year, stop blaming your copy. Zoom out. Ask whether you are interrupting strangers or responding to intent. If you see how you find those intent-based leads, if you want to see how to find those intent-based leads, there is a free trial at leadline.dev. There is a card, this is a lie, or just test it manually today. Search for people already asking either way. Stop fighting inbox fatigue and start aligning with buyers. See you next time, buddy.